Hello everyone and welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. So friends, let's discuss how the markets closed on Tuesday. Sensex closed higher by 90 points to settle at 73,738. Nifty closed higher by 31.6 points to settle at 22,368. Nifty Mid Cap 100 and Small Cap 100 also closed higher by 1.06% and 1.23% respectively. Moving on to the top 5 gainers and losers on Nifty. So the top 5 gainers were Grasim, Nestle India, Maruti, Tata Motors, HCL Tech. And the top 5 losers were Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, Hindalco Industries, Cipla and JSW Steel. Talking about the sector-wise advance and decline on BSE. So BSE Telecommunication, Realty, FMCG, Power, Auto, IT, Services and Financial Services all advanced by 4.27%, 2.42%, 0.8%, 0.56%, 0.48%, 0.42%, 0.2% and 0.16%. Whereas BSE Metal, Healthcare and Energy were down by 0.39%, 0.57% and 0.78% respectively. Moving on to the market breadth, where 2338 stocks advanced whereas 1475 stocks declined. Talking about the 52-week high, so around 377 stocks scaled new 52-week highs. So few of them were Astra Microwave Products, BSE, Cochin Shipyard, Avenue Supermarts, Aisha Motors, GE T&D India, Grasim, etc. Whereas talking about the 52-week low, around 271 stocks traded at new 52-week low. So few of them were Oriana Power, Best Agro Life, Spectrum Electrical Industries. Now moving on to the FI and DI, where FI net sold rupees 3044 crores, whereas DI's net bought rupees 2919 crores in the cash market on Tuesday. Now moving on to the global cues. The US equity indices overnight ended higher as all the indices, that is Dow Jones, Nasdaq and S&P 500 closed in green between 0.7% and 1.6% respectively. Strong earnings from companies such as Spotify, GE Aerospace and General Motors improved the sentiment further. Tesla declared its March quarter results and despite posting weak earnings, the stock was up 12% as it indicated faster rollout of affordable EVs. Additionally, lower than expected flash composite PMI, which fell below 50, also supported the rebound. The Asian markets are currently trading higher and hence we expect a green start for a market today. Now, talking about the results, so few of the companies which had declared the results yesterday. So first is Tata Consumer Products, where its revenue was up 8.51% YOY to rupees 3,927 crores. EBITDA was up 23% YOY at rupees 630 crores. Margin expanded by 189 basis point YOY at 16.03%. However, the net profit was down 22.5% YOY at rupees 268 crores. So overall, muted to weak set of numbers. The stock may react negatively today. ICICI Pru, the annual premium equivalent AP, it was up 9.5% on a YOY basis to rupees 3,615 crores as of 4Q FY24, and for FY24 it stood at 9,046 crores, growing at 4.7% YOY. PAT fell 26% YOY to 174 crores for 4Q FY24, and for FY24 it was 852 crores, growing at 5% YOY. Value for new business fell by 19.5% to rupees 2,227 crores for FY24, dragging the VNB margin, that is the value for new business margin, to 24.6% from 32% a year earlier. So overall, the company posted weak set of numbers. So the stock may react neutral to negative in short term. Tata Elxsi, the revenue was down 0.91% QOQ to rupees 906 crores. EBIT was down 4.49% QOQ at rupees 234 crores. Margin contracted by 96 basis point QOQ at 25.79%. Net profit was down 4.6% at rupees 197 crores. So therefore, Tata Elxsi posted muted set of numbers. So the stock may react neutral to negative in short term. MCX, the total income was up 29.22% YOY at rupees 199 crores. Net profit was up 1,512% to rupees 87.87 crores. Therefore, the company posted strong set of numbers. Therefore, it may react positive in today's trade. Therefore, it is positive for the company in short term. 361 VAM. The revenue stood at 1,846 crores for FY24, growing at 18% YOY. AR revenue was at 1,331 crore at an increase of 14% YOY for FY24. For 4Q FY24, revenue stood at rupees 573 crores, growing at 46% YOY. Revenue growth was led by strong growth in ARR AUM and high transactional brokerage income. PAT for FY24 stood at 802 crores, showing an increase of 20%, and for 4Q FY24 it stood at 241 crores, growing at 55% YOY. AUM for 361 stands at rupees 4.6 trillion, consisting of wealth management AUM of rupees 3.9 trillion and asset management AUM of rupees 72,248 crores. So therefore, the company posted strong set of numbers. Therefore, positive for 361 VAM in short term. Cyan DLM, the revenue was up 30% YOY to rupees 362 crores. EBITDA was up 18.9% YOY at rupees 38.01 crores. Margin contracted 101 basis point YOY at 10.5%. Net profit was up 71.7% YOY to rupees 7.95 crores. So therefore, the company posted a strong set of numbers. Therefore, positive for Cyan DLM in short term. Huhtamaki India. So the consolidated revenue was down 7.79% YOY to rupees 610 crores. EBITDA was down 19.33% YOY to rupees 41.29 crores. Margin contracted by 96 basis point at 6.76%. Net profit was down by 26.7% YOY to rupees 26 crores. So therefore, weak set of numbers. The company may react negative in short term. Now moving on to the stocks which will declare its result today. So few of them are Axis India, Hindustan Unilever, LTI Mindtree, Dalmia Bharat, Macrotech Developers, Indian Hotels, EU Small Finance Bank, Oracle Financial Services Software, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Syngene International, and so on. Now moving on to the stocks which are likely to be in focus today. So the first one is Mahindra & Mahindra Financial Services. The company approved raising the borrowing limit to rupees 1.3 lakh crore from 1.1 lakh crore by way of issue of NCDs or any other securities or instrument in one or more tranches subject to approval of the shareholders of the company. So therefore neutral for Mahindra & Mahindra. Puravankara. The company received bids to redevelop a residential project in Mumbai. Project GDV estimated at rupees 2,000 crores. So therefore positive for Puravankara. Ambuja Cement, the company completed the acquisition of 1.5 MTPA grinding unit in Tamil Nadu. So therefore positive for Ambuja Cement in medium to long term. Rama Steel Tubes, the board has approved the raising of funds of up to rupees 500 crores by way of a further public offer. So positive for Rama Steel Tubes in medium to long term. Shakti Pumps, the company further invested rupees 5.08 crores in its wholly owned subsidiary Shakti EV Mobility, and the consolidated investment is rupees 32 crores. So therefore positive for Shakti Pumps in long term. Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, the company issued a voluntary recall of 6 lots of sapropterin dihydrochloride power due to decreased potency. So therefore neutral for the company in short term. Lupin, the US FDA classified the company's Aurangabad facility as voluntary action indicated on its inspection from March 6 to 15. So therefore positive for Lupin in short to medium term. Sudarshan Chemical Industries, the company introduced a new product, Sumika Gold 42631, for domestic and international markets. Therefore positive for Sudarshan Chemicals in short term. Gokaldas Exports, the company received the issue price of rupees 775 per share, which is at a discount of 1.9% on the floor price of rupees 789.99 per equity share. So therefore overall positive for Gokaldas Export in long term. Century Plyboards, the company completed the disposal and transfer of the entire stake in Singapore based unit CSPL. So Century Ply Laos and Century Husulin Plywood Lao, both subsidiaries of CSPL, will also cease to be step down subsidiary of the company from the said date. So therefore neutral for Century Plyboards in short to medium term. CMEC, the company entered into an MOU with Zamil Offshore Services Company for an extension of the charter hire of vessel CMEC Swordfish for a further period of 30 days with effect from April 24, 2024. So therefore neutral to positive for CMEC. UCO Bank, the company's board will meet on April 29 to consider the fundraising. So therefore overall neutral to positive for UCO Bank in long term. Now moving on to the earnings. So moving on to the stocks which will be declaring the earnings today. So few of them are Axis Bank, HUL, LTI Mindtree, Dalmia Bharat, Macrotech Developers, Indian Hotels, AU Small Finance Bank, OFSS, etc. Moving on to the IPO offering, where we have first is JNK India, where the public issue was subscribed 2.49 times on day one, and the bids were led by investors by 0.67 times, non-insti investors by 0.25 times, and retail investors by 0.48 times. Bulk deals, Vari Technology, where Camellia Tradex bought 59,150 shares, which is 0.54% at rupees 1,804.1 per share. Moving on to the block deal, where first we have is Bandhan Bank. Marshall Wace Investment Strategies Euroca Fund sold 1.21 crore shares, 0.75% at rupees 180.8 per share, while Society General bought 1.21 crore shares at rupees 180.8 per share. Bank of Baroda, Society General bought 3.26 crore shares at rupees 261.3 per share, while Marshall Wace Investment Strategies sold 3.26 crore shares at rupees 261.3 per share. Third is Manappuram Finance, where Society General bought 73.58 lakh shares at rupees 191 per share, while Marshall Wace Investment Strategies sold 73.58 lakh shares at rupees 191 per share. Moving on to the trading tweaks, where we have X record special dividend of Huhtamaki India today and X record stock split of Bharat Bijli. So friends, that was all from the Daily Morning Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.